There's a moment in every person's life when the truth hits them like a wall. It's the realization that the problem isn't out there. It's not the system. It's not your boss. It's not the economy, the weather, or your genetics. It's you. Years waiting for a miracle that never comes. It's easier that way. That's not meant to make you feel guilty. It's meant to set you free. It comes from owning your role and where you are and taking control of where you're going. Are you happy with what you see? Are you proud of how you spend your time, the people you surround yourself with, the energy you bring to each day? If the answer is no, that's not a curse. That's a cue to shift, to take back the power you've given away. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They build habits that work even when they don't feel like it. That's what makes the difference. The more you own your choices, your energy, your reactions, the faster you'll see real change. The moment you stop saying, "I can T," and start asking, "How can I?" is the moment your transformation begins. How often have you said, "I can't focus," when you were actually just avoiding discomfort? How many dreams have you put on hold because of fear that you disguised as logic? Because if you created this life, you can create a new one. Blaming the outside world feels safer than confronting your own choices. But those reasons are lies. They are distractions. They keep you stuck in a loop of avoidance, to do what's necessary when it's easier to make excuses. That's what separates achievers from dreamers. Fuel it with what gives you energy. Read more, complain less. Stop talking about your goals and start acting on them. Do what you know you need to do, even when it's uncomfortable. And the longer you entertain those lies, the harder it becomes to break free. But deep down, you know the truth. If you want your life to change, it has to start with you. That truth is hard to face, but it's also your greatest weapon. But readiness is a myth. Nobody is ever fully ready. Growth begins when you act despite the fear. But taking responsibility isn't about self-punishment. It's about self-ownership. It's about standing up and saying, "This is my life, and I'm not waiting on anyone to fix it for me." Because once you accept that you are the problem, you also accept that you are the solution. Most people go their whole lives avoiding that realization. They spend years blaming, years pointing fingers. Everything you have right now, good or bad, is a result of your habits, your mindset, and your daily decisions. Change doesn't come from hoping or waiting. It comes from action. Look around at your life. Your potential hasn't disappeared. It's just buried under layers of distraction, hesitation, and stories you keep telling yourself about why you're not ready yet. Most people avoid responsibility because they confuse it with blame. That shift alone separates the successful from the stuck. People who grow stop looking for saviors. They become their own solution. You don't need more time. You don't need more resources. You need more ownership. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I don't have time," when really it was just not a priority? The mind is powerful. It will create reasons to protect you from risk. But you can, and it starts with small, honest steps. Wake up an hour earlier. Cut out the distractions. Say no to what doesn't serve you. Move your body. That's where progress lives. Not in perfection, but in persistence. You won't feel like it every day. That's normal. The key is to move anyway. Your biggest enemy is the version of you that settles. The version that says this is good enough when deep down, you know it's not. You weren't made to coast. You weren't made to settle. You were made to grow. And growth is painful. It's uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. But it's also worth it. Because on the other side of that discomfort is a version of you that's stronger, clearer, more capable than you can imagine right now. That version is already inside you. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you really are. The you that keeps showing up. The you that keeps pushing. No one is going to carry you to your goals. And that's a good thing, because it means you don't have to wait. Your confidence grows, your focus sharpens, your momentum builds. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. You can begin now, right where you are, with whatever you've got. It's a form of self-respect. That structure isn't restriction, it's freedom. That effort isn't exhausting, it's empowering. The you that refuses to let excuses define your limits. This decision, you are the driver. But more importantly, you are the solution. This shift in how you see yourself. No one is going to hand you success. Stop waiting for clarity. Start creating it. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Make this moment the right time. Stop thinking your situation defines you. It doesn't. Your response does. You just have to decide that you're done playing small. Done blaming, done waiting. You're ready to take full control. You'll still stumble, you'll still face setbacks, but now you won't fall apart. Because you've built the muscle of self-leadership. You are the author of your story. And no matter what happened before this chapter, you can rewrite the next one. That's not easy, but it's necessary and it's worth it. Because once you take that level of ownership, everything changes. You've stopped expecting the world to hand you what you haven't earned. You've stopped pretending you're powerless. And you've started becoming the person who does the work, who owns the results, who inspires others by action, not just words. You start to realize that discipline isn't a punishment. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. You've stopped waiting to be saved. You want to change your life? Start here. Start with this moment. You are not the victim of your life. Yes, you are the problem. Now, take the wheel.